you've never heard complaints from any housekeeper.
What about the bartenders?
Okay. Casino and bar for sure. It's highly recommended.
Hi. So guys, we're here today with Austin, and where's your badge? Show them. He works in the room service operation, and I'm just gonna ask him a few questions. Are you ready?
Sure, I'm ready.
All right. What it's like working for Carnival?
For me, honestly, I'm adaptable person, so it's not an expectation that I set coming here. It's the drive and expectations of myself. Pretty much, better life, feasible income. Where it's more, let's say, a lot more opportunities are here for us to evolve, express ourselves in different dynamics, and it includes where you have to be inclusive. You have to make the fun out of every small moments here. So it actually helps you to appreciate the hardships we have in our past more, because it's difficult here. It seems easy, but when you get into it, people think it's fun, but it's not fun.
Okay.
It's more based on the work ethics and the drive to push through every day. Making a better. I don't know, better. Let's say. You got me a bit flustered there.
You're good.
But a better opportunity of each obstacle that arise, basically.
All right. So you did mention fun. Do you get the chance to have any form of fun
And
on board or off the ship?
let's say it's like this. It's not say that I've got opportunities. You're the one that have to make the opportunity. They do provide opportunities, but maybe the fun they provide is not the fun you enjoy.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's how you interpret it and how you express yourself to make everything fun for yourself.
Okay, so do you get to come off the ship though?
Yeah, I do. Depending on the schedule that I have, I do have the option to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so much more like I'm not interested to get off because the ports is just way less than what I'm accustomed to.
Oh, so you're used to coming off in many different countries, but this one is just
It's not only just
Bahamas.
a country, right? And then I'm from the Caribbean, so to come off in the Caribbean, that's even way less than what my Caribbean experience is.
Okay.
It's not enticing. It's not driven for me.
So what advice would you give to someone that would want to come and work in the hotel department,
Hotel industry
like
or cruise
housekeeping, server?
Don't set too much of a big expectation. Come here just to make money.
Thank you. I always say that's the key.
That's the
What
key.
you come
Because at the
for.
end of the day, if you're someone that's hardworking, driven, and optimistic, as well as you're very dedicated to what you're doing, it works. Just don't set too much expectations for the company. Set expectations for yourself.
True.
Because if
Nice.
you do that, you falter. And expectations should be something that's feasible, something that's, let's say, it's not out of the norm that you can say, okay, I need to accomplish a house, a car land within 1 year. It is possible, but it's not possible, if you get what I'm saying. You have to know that what you're working with, you have to set expectations that if it falters, it doesn't crumble everything for you.
Mm-hmm.
It can always pick up and you don't feel depressed, demotivated. You don't feel exasperated, basically. So it keeps you driven that you can still make each step possible. And once you encounter and conquer those steps, then it's easy for you to progress to a point that you're now comfortable and you can say, okay, I'm able to fully achieve all these things. You're no longer in a position where you say, okay, I give up in life. I give up in, becoming whatever I want to become, or, expressing yourself the way you want it to. Because a lot of persons can't do that because they're not in a position to say, okay, I want to be hype. I want to be, some persons want to give off, they maybe give off the vibe, but the lifestyle isn't it. So they want to match everything. Just focus on the things that makes the achievements possible.
Okay. Have you ever been seasick, and how do you?
Very first thing. I won't even if I bother about it. Funny thing is that when I was coming here, I had some thoughts of it. Because you read a lot of things. Like, it's funny that I never saw any articles, any reviews about cruise ship life. But you have an expectation, have an idea. When people say it, in your head automatically you're thinking luxurious life, you're thinking fun, you're thinking everything that's adventurous, you go into different countries. Or take that thought out. It is possible. Don't misunderstand. My view and your view will be different. But the thing is, you want to put it in a position to say, okay, um, when I come here, it's really just to make life that I'm interpreting to be a reality.
Mm-hmm.
You can't come here with expectations because when you make that expectations, if it's not met, it's gonna just deteriorate everything. Feel demotivated. You feel like, okay, fuck this. It's not what I expected. It's just
Okay.
not gonna work for you. Your job is
So,
gonna be gone.
how did you how did you recover from seasick? Do they give medical care on board free? What? How did that happen for you?
Alright. So for seasick, when I got here, it's like the first initial thought that I have traveling, I'll never be seasick. I thought I could handle it because I've taken planes before. People expectations say to you that you're gonna feel a little nauseous, dizzy, uh, sick as well, traveling. But when I got here, it's like to myself, I've been in a boat before. I think I can handle this. I'll be fine. And then the fucking first day, like literally a few hours after, I was throwing up as shit. I was throwing up. I was like, what is happening? And in myself, I'm telling myself, I couldn't manage it. I was throwing up. I was literally looking. I felt so embarrassed because I was doing it in the office as well. And how I overcome it, I think maybe the reason still is that we're so anxious to come. We don't sleep. We don't eat. It's like we put everything out just to get here because that was the expectation I set. I had those views in mind, and I got here thinking, okay, things would be smooth sailing because I already got through the points of getting a job, and that's what's a bit, the hardest part of it. But I think through all that, exuberant feeling that I had coming here, it all faltered when I noticed everything just came crashing. No sleep. The expectation I had was not met because I'm coming to see one big old ruckus. We're in the bottom of the ship where you can't see sunlight. You can't really see the ocean. You have to be peeping out through a glass. It's ridiculous. But overall, what come did is really just tell myself, hey, I really came in for just to make things reality for myself, to establish my goals, my futuristic plans, and I said to myself, like, I already never set a big enough expectation to crumble enough. I just know to myself that I came here to make some money,
Okay.
and that's what kept me pushing. So overnight, I just slept it off, I recovered, and I pushed myself going still.
Okay. So this question, no, you don't have to answer it in direct. But what is the salary like for your
Indirectly,
department?
for my department, I'll say say for the year, well, not for the year, for the contract that I'm doing, it's over $1 million.
That's very good. And it's more than what you would have made back at home
No,
if you
to be
were.
honest with you, it's somewhat the same, but
Mm-hmm.
it's a case where the opportunity is that it's already set in a way that I don't have to set myself to work in overtime.
Mm-hmm.
It's already concluded in my working hours.
Uh-huh.
So
Good.
instead of thinking to myself, okay, let me go an extra day to work, it's no a must that I have to go to work. So it's already put in my condition in my mind that, okay, I'm gonna go to work and make more. And then the opportunity that's back at home is kind of harder to grab it.
Mm.
Here it's already in my hands. I can work it. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say it's either necessarily harder or necessarily easier. Because depending on what position or whatever job title you have, it's possible to make more money, it's possible to make less.
Okay. What
So it's
about
all about you and your
all right, so what about accommodation on board and all of that? Does
accommodations.
that help for you to save more knowing
It
that you
does, because honestly, if you look at it, daily basis, we're spending maybe two, three, four taxi fares to and from work. Lunch excluded, pretty much we're getting free lunch. We have to pay for lunch. Bills, you don't have to worry unless you actually, you still have somewhere there accommodated, whatever you have. Rent, light, water. I mean, if you exclude those things, it's a lot more income in your pocket that you save.
that's true.
So when you go back home, you're not going back home to stay. You're going back for vacation,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's no vacation time for you because where you live is where you work here in the ship. So we don't have expenses taken care of.
Very good.
So
All
yeah,
right, so medical care free, accommodation free. What do you think about the drill? That's the last question. What about drill for you on board?
it's annoying. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's annoying, but in a sense, I think the way to do it just should maybe make some more tweaking, but it's also safety precautions, which I appreciate, understand. It's annoying, but at the same time, it's relevant for you because even though it's a drill, the very first time we did it, you're lost. Like, you knew the shit before, and then all of a sudden, maybe you know that the derivative routes that you normally take, it's blocked off. What are you gonna do then? You don't know the alternative routes. So it made sense, and
Mm-hmm.
actually looking at it, it's frustrating, it's annoying, but in a real life situation, there's gonna be a whole lot more,
Mm-hmm.
to handle. So it is essential.
All right. Thank you so much for taking the time out to answer these questions. It will help a lot of persons who are applying for job and need like the true insight. And you did lay it down truthfully. Say yes, you can come and have fun and all of that, but please remember, eye on the prize. You're here to make
Money.
money.
What?
Thank you.
That one as well is pretty good paid. They only basically hire Americans, so you know for sure if they're gonna hire Americans, there's money in it. You may not be able to apply for it unless you in 6 months. Basically, you're only eligible to do a department switch within 5 months, and then or 6 months, 5 to 6 months. But I started off with this position straight out of the hiring. It's not a customer for them, but based on my reviews and my experience, they gave me this position because they found me competent. Guest services is another good position, but it's still somewhat similar to my job post. Just that you do more in-person guest interactions. For me, it's more indirect interactions. So it's just virtual, well, non-virtual, I should say. Yeah, virtual for me, non-virtual for them. I
Mm-hmm.
apologize. Um, Another good one is shore excursion. Shore excursion is really a job positions where you do tours with the guests. They book special reservations where they do go off the ship, and they do different tour adventures. So it's basically like going on a tour guide, doing fun activities. You somewhat get to take part in it, but you get to observe it at the end of the day. Make good money as well. It's almost close to what Fun Squad makes. You can make more. It's commission based. You get a monthly income as well as you can make commission. Um, for anybody that's okay with doing hospitalities, housekeeping is a big, big, big income. It's just that you have to clean, wipe up a lot of shit. That's just it. But
But
at the end of the day,
the-
it's a short contract and it's a big income. So if you can just suffer that for say like 2 contracts, you have investments, you have plans. That short time of your life, just investing in clean up shit when you can then afterwards people cleaning your shit. I think it's worth it.
okay.
I won't do it personally, but for someone else's pride, don't be me, as prideful as I am. You can make some money.
What
Yeah,
about tipping?
yeah, you're
They
well
get
tipped.
tip.
Trust me.
Yeah.
You've never heard complaints from any housekeeper.
What about the bartenders?
Mart,
Ah.
okay. Casino and bar for sure. It's highly recommended. Casino for sure, because they don't really do anything more than just set up the games. They don't, yeah, pretty much dealings. That's all they do. The bartenders just serve drink, but on port days they have maybe a lot of up and downs to do because they have to sell.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like they're coming to the bars. They're going off port to sell to the guests that are enjoying like a beach, like day at the beach or so forth. But like doing a normal day basis, docked within the bar settings, they make good money too.
Nice.
Especially you have a guest that comes and the first encounter you have, they like your encounter. You're the only person they want to sell them. So daily you're making a set income from those specific guests, and you still have a monthly income addition.
Wow. Thank you so much.
No
This was a
problem.
great interview.
You're welcome.